here we go.
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry. Today on Arsenal Transfer News, we're getting into all the crazy news, and it's getting juicy, ladies and gentlemen. We got Moisés Caicedo rumors. We got Declan Rice rumors. We got William Saliba contract talks. We got players going out. Apparently, Jorginho could be headed back to Italy and link up with Maurizio Sarri over at Lazio. Yeah. You know what? It's a weird situation going on. But let me know what you guys are doing. Sorry, the audio wasn't on. Now it's on. Hopefully, you can hear me loud and clear now. But yeah, we're also I'm gonna be picking up my Arsenal kit later today. So I'm gonna have my Arsenal kit for the next stream. Champions League finals on tomorrow. So I won't be streaming any Arsenal stuff tomorrow. Most likely the next stream will be on Sunday. But let's get straight into it. There's a lot to talk about. If you guys don't already know, there's been a lot of rumors around Declan Rice, Caicedo to Arsenal, and Ricedo is actually starting to become a thing. But before we go any further, do me a favor, hit that goddamn like button, hit that subscribe button, and do share this to all your friends in Arsenal Familia. Let's get into it. So first, we got everyone was talking about Bayern going in for Declan Rice. Well, reports coming out from Damasio that they're now going to go for Amrabat, as they don't see as Declan Rice is leaning towards joining Arsenal. I told you guys Declan Rice was always going to pick Arsenal over Bayern, but everyone kept saying you should be scared of Bayern, you should be worried of Bayern, you should be worried of Bayern. No, Bayern were never a threat to take Declan Rice from us. At this moment in time, Declan Rice just had a newborn. He wants to stay in London. He wants to stay in the Premier League. And going to the Bundesliga, going to play for Bayern Munich, although it is very attractive to a lot of players, to Declan Rice, he's leaning more towards staying in the Premier League and joining Arsenal Football Club. That is what is being reported at this moment in time. Now, there's also a lot of reports about Caicedo, if you guys don't know. Caicedo has been linked to Arsenal a lot. And Moisés Caicedo rumors have been flying around every single which way. Now, Arsenal are planning to make an offer for Caicedo, and we've been seeing multiple things about that. In addition to that, we've also seen some stuff about William Saliba's contract. We're going to get into more details. But the main thing for me is, can Arsenal pull these two guys off? Can we get both Declan Rice and Caicedo through the door? That will be huge for Arsenal Football Club, and that would be two massive signings if we could pull them off. Do you believe Arsenal can get both Declan Rice and Caicedo? I hope that we can do it, because if we can get both of these guys through the door, that is a massive coup. That is a massive coup, and that is a situation where we're going to be sorted for the remaining years to come. Like, that is not even a joke. Do you know how long we will be sorted for if we can get both of those guys in through the door? Now, Ricedo is trending on Twitter. Everyone is going crazy over the potential of signing both Declan Rice and Caicedo. But my question to you guys is, how likely do you think it is that Arsenal can actually pull up both? Because Mikel Arteta wants both the signings. He wants both the players. And let me just give you guys a little bit of the logistics around everything that's going on with the two transfers. Now, from the Caicedo side of things, we heard from a Brighton tier 1 yesterday that Arsenal are serious and that we're going to be going in with a substantial bid at some point tomorrow. So let me just pull that up, because when I seen this, I was quite excited, to say the least, when I first seen this, because this is just step one in the many steps that we need to get the Caicedo deal over the line. But Chelsea are a serious threat at getting Caicedo. Chelsea could easily pull off the Caicedo deal ahead of us and leave us with nothing but just Declan Rice, of course. Now, there has been links also to Kai Havertz and other stuff, but those don't really have too many legs, to stand on. So let me just show you guys what is being said with the Caicedo things before we go on to the Declan Rice side of things. And also, if you have any comments or any questions, please do comment in the comment section. Yeah, Chelsea's crazy. They want 70 million for Kai Havertz. Nobody's spending that kind of money for Kai Havertz, and Arsenal don't necessarily need Kai Havertz. So the whole thing about Arsenal being interesting, we're monitoring the situation, but Chelsea are on drugs if they think we're going to spend that type of money on Caicedo. It's understood that Chelsea have informed Brighton that they will match any bid Arsenal for Moisés Caicedo. Chelsea feel Brighton wants a bidding war, and they are not set firm on a price. Chelsea will not want a bidding war. So simple, they will match what Arsenal offer. That's interesting. Chelsea don't want to get into a bidding war for Caicedo, and reported yesterday from Brighton Tier 1 that Arsenal are understood to be willing to lodge a new bid for Moisés Caicedo, similar to the £75 million package that we submitted in for him back in January. Brighton's stance has changed, has changed since winter, where in the wintertime they weren't willing to sell. Now they are willing to sell. This is interesting because this is the first actual report where somebody's saying that we're actually going to be going in for a bid. We haven't officially gone in for a bid for Caicedo yet, but as you can see here from the earlier source, that whatever we bid, Chelsea will also match it. So that is the situation at this moment in time. Chelsea are serious about getting Caicedo as much as we are. It does seem like Declan Rice is the priority at this moment in time, but Caicedo is not off the table. Caicedo and Declan Rice are both fully on the table. Now, if you guys don't know, Matt Law, who's one of the tier ones for Chelsea and deals with a lot of content for, if I'm not mistaken, the Telegraph, he said that Arsenal are moving closer to the Declan Rice deal, as West Ham have 3 players to spend his $92 million fee for. So Declan Rice is going to be the player that we submit our first bid for. It's going to be around £92 million. That's just short of the 100 million that they wanted, but it is agreed between the two clubs, reportedly from external sources, that Arsenal and West Ham have already agreed on that price, and that is a price that they are willing to negotiate. That has already been agreed between the two clubs. So the Declan Rice deal might happen for around that price. Big up to the people in the comment section. Get a Declan Rice shirt. You know what? I'm not going to get a shirt with anybody's name on the back in the case that something happens to that player, and I want to keep the shirt. I've been burnt too many times. Iga, you're only getting one of them. Most likely it will be Rice. You see, this is the thing. Although I somewhat agree with you, the reality is it's very unlikely that we get both, but I want both. We should be pushing for both. We should be trying our best to get both over the line. And if we can get both Declan Rice and Caicedo, that leaves us in a massive advantage over our opponents coming into next season, because not only will we have the dynamic defensive qualities of both players, but we'll also have each skill sets, where you have Caicedo who can not only do the defensive work but can also get forward. You also have Declan Rice who can also do the same thing. I think if we were to have both of them with Martin Odegaard, it would be the perfect midfield. In a dream world, we get all both of them done, and then we have a midfield 3 of Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Caicedo. And this midfield could win us the league, ladies and gentlemen. This midfield, I don't know if you guys seen this, but this midfield is dangerous. In the penalty box, you can see here the chances created. The red, I think, is Martin Odegaard. The blue, I think, is Caicedo. And then I actually don't even know which color is which. Who's which color? Like these guys are just all over the place. So take-ons, I wonder which one's which. I can't tell which color is which. But yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, Declan Rice is the blue, Caicedo is the white, and Odegaard is the red. Perfect balance to our midfield with what you need, with somebody who can get into the final third and create those chances. In Martin Odegaard, then you have Caicedo, who's the guy who's going to make all the tackles, win all the duels, and then you have Declan Rice, who's going to be the ball progressor, receive the ball under pressure, enters the ball into the final third, has the most take-ons. the most passes into the final third. And it's like, this could be our Casemiro, Modric, and Kroos. This could be our midfield three for the next decade. If we can somehow pull these three off, wow, absolutely amazing. If we could pull these off, really and truly, I think it's going to be a situation where we maybe get Declan Rice and we might get left short for Caicedo. But who's going to be the alternative? That's the question. Who is going to be the alternative if we don't get if we don't get both of them? Let me just see what some of you guys are saying in the comment section. Kroenke will never pay 90 million for both. Kroenkes, I don't know if you know, but they spend money. They're not shy of spending money. It's just if Edu and Arteta can get if Edu and Richard Garlick can get the negotiation done, that's the thing, because it's been proven that Chelsea are willing to go above and beyond to get players over the line. We're just going to have to wait and see. But the thing is with Caicedo, he wants to join Arsenal over Chelsea. Caicedo has made it clear that he wants to join Arsenal over Chelsea. Now, this is rumors and numerous reports coming out that this, but these rumors are not a joke. This is the same source that has reported this back in January, saying that Caicedo is chosen Arsenal and he wants to join Arsenal over thing. Now, this is great news, because this is just telling us that he views the Arsenal project as a more ambitious project where he can win now and he can fit in and he can do better. But of course, if Chelsea beat us, that just means we're not serious about getting him in. If we're not serious about getting Caicedo in, that will prove if Caicedo is a Chelsea player by the end of the summer, that's because we're not serious and we don't want both Caicedo and Declan Rice. We maybe didn't want to spend the type of money that it would take. I think that would be catastrophic. I think we should go get both Declan Rice and Caicedo, but I am privy to the fact that Chelsea are a serious threat at getting Caicedo over the line. Chelsea are a serious threat of getting Caicedo over the line, ladies and gentlemen, and we do have to be wary of that at this moment in time. Even though they're sitting 12th, they financially they have the financial clout to go and get whatever player they want. I think whoever does get him, he will whoever doesn't get him will go for Lavia. Now, here's the thing. I was speaking to Kevin Campbell on my show on the other day, and if you guys haven't watched it, it's a great show. Go watch it. He was talking about Lavia, and he was saying, like, do we really want to go for Lavia? Is Lavia the type of profile that we need? Is he experienced enough? There's a reason why Southampton got relegated. Could you say that he is not good enough yet to be coming into our team and making a difference in the Champions League, where you look at Caicedo and you look at Declan Rice and you say to yourself, they have the experience, you know what skill sets they're going to bring to the table, where Lavia, he's more unpolished and he's still going to take a while for you to get ready and get used to him. That is just where I lie with this. To me, I think Lavia is a quality player. He was one of my picks. He's my alternative to of course, Caicedo. But it doesn't seem like we're seriously linked to him at this moment in time. That is just from the reports that I'm seeing at this moment in time. We're not seriously linked to him at this moment in time. It's kind of weird, to be honest. Somebody we are linked to, though, if you guys don't know, is we're linked to an attacker. We're linked to an attacker, and this kind of came from nowhere. So let me tell you guys who we're linked to. We're linked to this guy right here, Nicola. What's his name? Nikolai William. If you guys don't know, Inaki Williams' brother, Nikolai William, has been linked to Arsenal. He has a £50 million release clause. It's not the only person who's linked us to him. The source is somewhat semi-reliable source, of course, coming out of Italy. But of course, Newcastle are also interested in the player. Bayern Leverkusen are also interested in the player. Nico Williams, if you guys don't know who he is, he's a good player. He plays for Spain. He's a young 20-year-old. He's been linked to us before. He would be more cover for Bukayo Saka, and he wouldn't be a starter for me week in, week out. How many goals has he really scored for Atletico Madrid? Not much, but he's more of a creator than he is a goal scorer. So this is another player Arsenal are currently linked to. I wouldn't take too much into it at this moment in time. But yeah, Nico Williams for £50 million release clause. I don't think we're gonna spend that kind of money on an attacker who's unproven like him. Personally, for me, if we're gonna spend that kind of money, we're gonna probably go spend it on a Xavi Simon or something like that. Somebody was here speaking about Xavi Simon. Big up to you. I'd rather go for Xavi Simon. I agree. Would you take Tony even if it meant he plays? I would go in for an Ivan Tony bid in January. It doesn't make sense for us to go into a bid for him now. I really do think if we do go in for him, we would have to go in for him closer to when his ban is over. You know what I mean? One second. Xavi. Yes. I'm just let me find the Xavi Simon content. Where is this Xavi Simon stuff? Because everyone's talking about Xavi Simon, Xavi Simon, Xavi Simon. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't seen much content on Xavi Simon recently. Here's a couple things that I can give you guys for the last couple hours. But Xavi Simon has responded to the Arsenal links. He's quite flattered by the links. He is honored to be linked to Arsenal. But this is what he had to say himself about being linked away from Arsenal from his club. He said, "I'm now with the Dutch national team. I'm going to work here for the 2 weeks. Then I'll see what happens. Soon we'll decide together with my family what is best for me." So this was his response to Arsenal's his links to Arsenal Football Club, that he is kind of just going to spend his time with the national team. No real information, no real movement yet. Xavi Simon to Arsenal. If it does move, if it does get legs, it will be something that we'll hear more about in the back end of the transfer window. Not really too much in the beginning of the transfer window. That's just from what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see you, Kaz. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I do that right now. Big up. Xavi Simon is just a name on a short list. I really do think Xavi Simon might be just a name on a short list also, but he is a more ambitious signing than somebody who's unproven, who hasn't done anything. Like it's not the most ambitious league, Eredivisie to go get players from, but he's the top goal scorer. He not only is he the top goal scorer, but this is a guy who was touted as one of the best young talents in world football when he was in Barcelona's academy. But what do you call it? PSG signed him for a reason. So it's not a coincidence that all these guys want him, and they want him for a reason. So that is what I'm saying at this moment in time. I would go for Xavi Simon. I'm very excited by the potential signing of Xavi Simon. But yeah, that's just me. Big up Never a Foul in the chat, guys. Make sure you guys do check them out. They're going to be going live right after this, and I'm going to be redirecting to them so you can check out their content immediately after the stream there too. I'm just going to change the chat to subscribers only. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And of course, also go check out Never a Foul after the stream. As I can see here, they're going to be going into talking about Douglas Costa and James Maddison, and of course Kovacic to Man City. That is crazy. Some of those transfers that are happening, the transfer window is well and truly open, and it's going crazy. Now let's talk about Jorginho. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't know how I feel about Jorginho leaving the club. I really don't know how I feel about Jorginho leaving the club. If it's true that they're letting Jorginho leave, one, are we letting him leave on a free? Two, would you not want to have an experienced player in and around the club for another wouldn't you want him in and around the club for another season? Like, I get it that he's linked to Maurizio Sarri's Lazio, but it doesn't make sense to me. Personally, I would keep him. Why are we going to get rid of Granit Xhaka and then get rid of Jorginho? And I feel like we're just getting rid of so much experience in the team. We need to bring some experience back in. Are you from the States or from Canada? I'm from Canada, my friend. I'm from Toronto, Canada, but I live in the UK now. Jorginho's leaving is good. We get both Rice and Caicedo. You can look at it that way, but we're also two of the most experienced players and the smartest players in the dressing room are Jorginho and Xhaka. And to lose experience, you need to bring experience back in. Jorginho will be leaving Arsenal. Maurizio Sarri wants to sign the player from Lazio. This is coming from a Lazio source. We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna take this with a grain of salt. I don't believe it fully yet, Once there's more information that comes out about Jorginho potentially leaving, I'll let you guys know. But at this moment in time, I would have kept Jorginho. Let me know. Sell or keep Jorginho. Let me know in the comment section. What are you guys saying? Sell or keep Jorginho? I want to know what you guys think. Would you guys sell or keep Jorginho? Personally, for me, I would keep Jorginho because I think Jorginho is a valuable piece of the squad next season. Even though he's not going to start week in, week out, I think he's a player that could definitely give us a lot of games in the Champions League and in the league. He's good rotation, good squad depth, and we're going to be in the Champions League next year. Do we want to get rid of all our squad depth? Really and truly, we're going to be left with Mohamed El-Neni and Lokonga if we get rid of Xhaka and Jorginho and all these guys. Like, I don't want that. So I'm going to put a poll question right now. Answer in the poll. We got 90 of you guys right now. Do me a favor. Hit that goddamn like button. We only have like 23 likes. What's going on? You guys can do much better than that. Do me a favor. Hit that goddamn like button right now. A lot of you guys are saying keep. You see, 100% keep him. I don't see too many people saying sell Jorginho. Igal, do you any update on Emil Smith-Rowe? Emil Smith-Rowe is not going nowhere. If you haven't heard, David Ornstein reported a couple of weeks ago that Arsenal have no intentions of selling. Arsenal have no intentions of selling him, and that is the situation at this moment in time. So I don't think you have anything to worry about from that perspective. People are saying keep Jorginho. You see, a lot of you guys want to keep Jorginho. There's a reason why we want to keep him, because we don't want to lose any of our players at this moment in time. But yeah, let's just go quickly on to the Saliba news. If you guys haven't heard the Saliba news that was that's going around, I'm going to show you guys the Saliba news right now. The Saliba news is coming, and it's kind of crazy how we haven't heard too much about Saliba until now. Now, this is a tier 1 of tier 1s for me. Team News Ticks has been one of the main men that has been on it this transfer window. He's been on it from the beginning of the transfer window, and he's been getting a lot of things right. And I'm not really too worried about Saliba at this moment in time. But from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, Saliba might have already agreed a new contract with Arsenal, and it's just pending more information. What is going on here? Okay, let me just close that. But yeah, so this is what was reported yesterday from Chris Davidson on Saliba. An agreement is pretty much in principle between Arsenal and William Saliba to extend his contract has basically been done. He's going to be getting 190K to 200K per week. That brings him up to one of our highest paid players in a long time. That brings him up to like the 5th, or he brings him up to just below Saka, above Martinelli, as one of the higher paid players in the club. William Saliba, of course, he is a prized asset, and we cannot afford to lose William Saliba. Everyone was hoping that we would lose him and we wouldn't pay our players. But Arsenal is now changing their ways. They're no longer being stupid and letting these players run down their contracts and leave on a free or go anywhere. Let's be honest. If Chelsea bought Wesley Fofana for 70 million and put him on 200K a week, we could easily put Saliba on 200K a week. I get it. And people talking about they were shocked by his wage demands. His wage demands are right. He's one of our best players, and he has one of the highest potentials in the squad. I honestly think there's nobody in the Arsenal dressing room that has more potential than this man right here. He's the cream of the crop. He's the crown jewel of the locker room. And I love Saliba. I love Saka. I love all these guys. I don't want to put them against them. But if you were to name one player who could be the best in the world in their position, it's going to be William Saliba. It's not going to be Saka. It's not going to be Martinelli. It's going to be William Saliba. Even Martin Odegaard, you're not going to say he could be. He could be. They could all be. But the reality is Saliba has the highest potential out of all of them. And we cannot afford to lose a player of his caliber and of his potential at this young of an age to anybody in world football. It's great that we're holding on to him. And if without Saliba, we wouldn't be where we were last season. And without Saliba in the future, where are we going to be, really and truly? We need to hold on to our players. We need to keep them in-house, and we cannot afford to let other people sniff around and take our players anymore. Barcelona are in a financial situation. Real Madrid are the only team that really scares me in world football that could take our players away from us at this moment in time. Even Manchester City, as long as we're in the same league competing against them, I would hope that our players would have the heart and the desire to stay at Arsenal over going to another club at this moment in time. And I'm not worried about other Premier League teams coming in for these players. And I think Saliba, we're lucky that he's of a young age. at that these other clubs are not too interested in them. Like PSG would want him, but I don't think PSG at this moment in time would prize Saliba away from us because we have him in house. We have him happy. He's playing. He's week in, week out. The fans are showing him love. These kind of guys don't just up and leave unless there's something very, very attractive on the table. And everyone who is saying Saliba's going to walk, Saliba's going to walk, here's another statement of intent showing people that we are serious as a club no more, and we don't let ourselves mess around. We've now given Saka a new contract, Martinelli a new contract, Ramsdale a new contract, Gabriel Magalhaes a new contract. We're going to give Martin Odegaard a new contract, and we're now going to be giving Saliba a new contract. And this is just bringing our players up to the scratch. You guys remember when Liverpool had to start giving all their players new contracts, increasing their wage bill? Tottenham did it under a couple years ago. This is what we have to start doing now. We're going to start paying more higher wages because we're back in the Champions League and we're back competing for major honors. And anybody we bring in is going to be on that kind of wages. Don't be surprised if Declan Rice is not garnering around 200 or 250 plus. I wouldn't be surprised. All these guys are going to start getting large amount of cash. And if I'm not mistaken, Pepe's on the same amount of money as this guy right now. So if Pepe is making this kind of money and he's not even playing week in, week out, we can afford to give him these kind of wages. United brought Maguire in for 90 million and gave him 90K. But United is a different situation. If you guys don't know, United, they make more money, so they're able to pay more money to their players. That don't compare us to United, because Manchester United are just able to pay more money and they're able to give away more. They're able to give better salaries to players regardless, because they make so much more than everybody else in the Premier League and majority of teams in world football. Manchester United are just an anomaly, and it's not safe to compare yourself to Real Madrid or Manchester United's wage bills, because they just pay so much money because they earn so much money annually. Now, this is another person we got to talk about. We got to talk about Balogun. Everyone is talking about Balogun. Everyone is talking about keep, sell, Eddie Balogun. Now, I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna be quite controversial, but you guys should understand with me. Balogun is gonna probably be the one that's sold, and Eddie Nketiah is gonna be the one that probably stays. We're gonna see two players leave this. We're gonna see a lot of players leave this summer, but the person who's gonna probably leave is going to be Balogun. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys a simple question, and I know your answer, but understand that I'm going to say the exact opposite. Eddie Nketiah and Balogun, keep one, sell one. Who do you keep and who do you sell? For me, I would love to keep Balogun and sell Eddie Nketiah, but that's not going to happen. Really and truly, we're going to keep Eddie Nketiah and we're going to sell Balogun. Reason being, Eddie Nketiah is okay to fight for his place at Arsenal Football Club, and he's happy to stay at the club and compete for a place. Where Balogun, he is so confident in himself, and he's doing well right now at Nice, that he wants to be a starter wherever he is next season. He's not going to start right away at Arsenal, and he's basically asking, if he's not going to be playing as a starter and he's not going to be getting first team football consistently, then let me leave so I can go get that somewhere else. And of course, it makes sense. The World Cup's around the corner. He's going to be starting for America as their striker. He wants to be playing as much football, and he wants to keep the momentum going from what he's been doing this season in the French league. 20 goals in the French league. Still, you guys can tell me whoever you think is the better player between Balogun and Eddie Nketiah, but the reality is Arsenal Football Club is going to keep Eddie Nketiah, who's under contract and is willing to play as a backup in comparison to Balogun. That we might not agree with it. Personally, for me, I would sell both of them and bring in another striker, but that's not going to happen. We are not going to go and spend money on a striker in this summer window. I think, if anything, in January, we can go in for Ivan Toney and see if we can get Ivan Toney in the January on a cheap. But really and truly, I don't think that's going to happen. Big up my guy, One Touch, over there in Africa, doing his thing on a world tour with Bukayo Saka. You never sent me the video of Bukayo Saka, my guy. Keep Balogun, sell Eddie Nketiah is what should happen. If Balogun leaves, we must have a buyback. You know what? I agree. If Balogun does leave, we must have a buyback. And Balogun is being linked to being the Osimhen replacement. Apparently, he's being linked to being a player all over the place. But guys, I heard something yesterday and it got me going mental. Apparently, Arsenal could sell Balogun for less than 20 million. Yes. If Arsenal sell Balogun for less than 20 million pounds, I am going to be disgusted. I am going to be disgusted. If they sell Balogun for less than 20 million pounds, that is a disgrace. We have to be able to at least garner minimum 30 million plus for a player who's scoring 20 goals in the French league. If it was another club who had a player who's scoring 20 goals in the French league and we were trying to sell them, people would be selling them for 40, 50 mil. But Arsenal, if we get less than 30 mil for him, it would be a disgrace, in my opinion. Absolute disgrace. And yesterday, I seen a report that he could be sold for less than 20 mil. I'm disgusted, honestly. Saliba will be the one of the best in the world, 100%. M, big up to M, first super chat of the day. He's the Ballon d'Or winner right now. If you guys want to overtake him, you know what you got to do. But yeah, make sure you guys also hit that goddamn like button, people. We currently only have 117 of you guys and only 36 likes. Do you guys understand that liking the video is absolutely free? It's the thumb right underneath here, and it helps the channel out so much. You guys don't understand how much it helps out the channel. Every time you like the goddamn video, it gives another person a suggestion to come check out the channel, and it just helps me out so much more. So of course, if you can't help with the super chat and you can't help with a comment, at least hit that goddamn like button, and it helps me out way more than you guys even think. I can see you guys are liking the video right now. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's get into the next topic of the day, as there is a lot of topics to discuss in today's Arsenal news. So let's get into some of the stuff as we know. And also, don't let rivals get in your heads, guys, because these rivals are just chatting shit nowadays. They're literally just chatting shit to get in people's heads. Like West Ham won the Conference League, right? Declan Rice is doing well. Declan Rice is about to join Arsenal. Everyone is happy. But you know what? With that being said, immediately you have people saying they had a better season than us. Honestly, I don't listen to the bullshit anymore. Let the noise cancel each other out. Let the people just chat their shit, because I don't think anything is going to stop us from progressing. These guys are just going to keep chatting their shit every single day. Now, you guys are asking about what's going on with Emil Smith-Rowe. I'm going to show you guys what's going on with Emil Smith-Rowe. This is the report that I'm seeing right now. It's from Simon Collins. Emil Smith-Rowe spent a week in Dubai working with coach Sean O'Shea, working with him, and Sean O'Shea delivered individual sessions with the player. Previously worked with Nketiah. Smith-Rowe is determined to be in shape for the under-21 Euros. So at this moment in time, Smith-Rowe is just trying to get back in shape. If you guys don't know, Smith-Rowe has been injured for majority of the season and has been out of shape for majority of the season. So at this moment in time, he's just trying to get himself ready to go. And this was the most recent photo of Emil Smith-Rowe that I've seen of him with the Euros team. He doesn't look like he's in bad shape, to be honest, but hopefully he can get himself going for next season, and he'll be a crucial player for us next season. At this moment in time, he's been in and out of action for the last year or so. So we're gonna have to see what happens there. A lot of people are talking about the Kroenkes lately. I just want to ask you guys a quick question. I know this might be controversial, but are the Kroenkes becoming one of the better owners in sports? Because I know some people hate when I say this, but like, they're able to do it with their North American sports. But yeah, rivals are definitely scared, my guy. Rivals are definitely scared. Like this man right here, Stan Kroenke. If you guys don't know, he's won in the NFL, NHL. He's about to win the NBA championship, in my opinion. The Denver Nuggets will beat the Miami Heat. He's already won lacrosse. Next season is destined for Arsenal. I'm telling you guys. Hear me out. Hear me out. 20-year anniversary since we last won the Invincibles. The owner has just won in every other major sport. This is the next one that's left. Our team last season only lost the league by a little bit. Our team the season before that only missed out on top 4 by a little bit. The season before that, we were 8th. The progression is there. We're going out there looking to sign the likes of Declan Rice, Caicedo, and improve the squad massively. We're going to be in the Champions League for the first time in like 6 years. And now we could potentially be on the cusp of winning our first Premier League title in 20 years. Liverpool, when they won their league title, if I'm not mistaken, it was 30-year anniversary to their last time they won the league title. Listen, I'm telling you guys clip this, do whatever you want, post it, I don't care. I believe that next season is destined for Arsenal to win it. And you guys talking about Man City. Let me tell you something about Man City. Manchester City are potentially going to win the Champions League on Saturday. And when they do win the Champions League, people are just going to be talking about Arsenal, rent-free in Arsenal. They're going to be saying, oh, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. Arsenal haven't won a Champions League. Yes, we haven't. But if we win the league next year, it's going to be because Manchester City are not going to be able to do the impossible, which is to go and win 4 league titles in a row. Have you ever heard of a Premier League team winning 4 league titles in a row? Has it ever happened? Has it ever happened since the Premier League started? No. No one. Even Manchester United's great teams were never able to do 4 in a row. They were able to do 3 in a row once. If these guys do the impossible and do 4 in a row, you gotta give it up to them. But I think it's our opportunity. I think it's Arsenal's opportunity to slide in there next year and take advantage of this and run with it. Hopefully we can do it. Now, just going to give you guys a quick update. You guys know Thomas Partey. With everyone leaving, one positive thing I seen yesterday was that Thomas Partey, there's no rumors of Thomas Partey being sold. There's actually rumors of Thomas Partey extending his contract. I seen it today from CBS Sports. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Iga, 3P twice. Don't disrespect us. Yeah, you did a 3P twice, and you stopped us from doing a 3P also. So yeah, big up my guy Mustafa in the building. Always in the comment section. I appreciate him. Also, guys, do me a favor, hit that goddamn like button. We're approaching 60 likes. Come on, at least 50% of you guys should hit the like button. We got 130 of you guys. Hit that goddamn like button. Then we're saying CBS Sports sources saying I have indicated that there has been no dialogue between extending Partey's deal. 2 years left on his contract. The player himself favors staying in North London rather than exploring interest from Italy. So this is my question. Why haven't they given Thomas Partey a new contract yet? Why haven't they given Thomas Partey a new contract yet? Because if anyone should be getting a new contract, if Xhaka's leaving, Jorginho's leaving, all these guys are leaving, we need a bench. We can't just let all these guys go and not bring in anybody to play on the bench. So for me, we need to keep Thomas Partey. We need to get him tied down to a new contract. We need to get him sorted out, because if we let a lot of these guys go, the last thing I need is Thomas Partey also leaving in a year's time. If anything, bring in 2 quality midfielders, transition year, next season he can leave. For now, it doesn't make sense why we would do that. Just give him a new contract. Maybe give him a 2-year extension, because he has 2 years remaining. Give him make it a 1-year extension, and then he'll have 3 years remaining on his contract, and then we can sell him next season. If anything, we don't have to stress. We can maybe move him on and sell him next season. That is my take on Thomas Partey. We know they look at rumors about Thomas Partey. The Thomas Partey to Italy stuff never makes sense. Thomas Partey spends more time in the training room, the treatment room. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Thomas Partey was fit for majority of the season last year. We can't really get onto him too much. He was available for majority of the season. Love my guy, Igal. I'm excited for next season already. Thank you, David Brooks. Big up to you. People saying Milinkovic-Savic for Jorginho. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're naughty for that one. You know, Xhaka is just leaving out the door and you're trying to bring him in already. Listen, I would love Milinkovic-Savic, but I don't know if he's ever going to leave that league. I don't think Milinkovic-Savic is ever going to leave the Serie A. He seems like a player who's going to be in the Serie A for the rest of his life. That's just my. I just have a feeling that that's how it's going to be for him. Reiss Nelson, by the way. Reiss Nelson, quickly, let me just give you guys an update on Reiss Nelson. Reportedly, Reiss Nelson's contract, there has been urgency on Arsenal's part. Think that the parties can tame and agree principle, but last minute hiccups is understood that Reece Nelson will now sign a new deal. Okay, so yeah, Reece Nelson is going to sign a new deal, ladies and gentlemen. That is what's going to happen. But yeah, anything else today? Let me check if there's anything else that we need to talk about quickly. Yeah, no, this Kai Havertz stuff is a joke. I don't really want to talk about Kai Havertz. I think it's not going to happen. I don't think it's serious.
Arsenal appear to stand the best chance and have made the most headway, but that doesn't mean it's at a conclusion yet. West Ham always recognised this as the right time to sell. So the duration left on his terms dictate the fee a little bit. So does the market. When you look at Jude Bellingham and Enzo Fernandez, you see fees in excess of 100 million euros. You suspect it won't be too dissimilar for Rice. If he does want to go there, which some reports have suggested, and they are the most concrete party coming to West Ham, then you'll have an equation where you can't drive the price up to somewhere ridiculous. And you need to find a fee that's amicable to all. From everything.
So yeah, this was David Ornstein speaking about Declan Rice, the race for Declan Rice, and basically saying, for everything we know, Arsenal appear to be standing the best chance to sign Declan Rice. And of course, the fee is determined by the market being the market increasing by crazy. But yeah, at this moment in time, don't freak out. Declan Rice is probably going to be an Arsenal player. As you can see here, everything is about Declan Rice. Declan Rice this, Declan Rice that. Like, we're not really worried about Declan Rice at this moment in time. You're going to see a lot of rumors about Declan Rice. I don't see where will Declan Rice play next season. Probably Arsenal. Caicedo, I'm still worried about Chelsea. I don't know about you guys. Granit Xhaka, we still haven't seen anything official on Granit Xhaka leaving, but the moment Granit Xhaka leaves is going to be when Declan Rice's deal is already agreed. So it's going to be one out, the other one in. Balogun is, of course, already training with the USA team. He's going to be their striker going forward. What else is there? Edu, preseason. Yeah, we're going to play Nuremberg. I think we played them a couple years ago. And then is there anything else really going on that we need to talk about? Because I feel like that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing else really to get into. That is it for the show. We've kind of just covered everything that we need to cover. Rivals are kind of scared of Arsenal. Yeah, you know what? These guys are annoying. These guys are annoying because rivals, I don't really watch too much of this stuff, but let me show you guys this.
For the title, or do you think it's just clearly second?
Clearly second.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, clearly second.
I
hate saying that.
They're
the
clearly,
midfielders are going to have to come and integrate.
I think Liverpool will clearly be the
Van
second best
Dijk's
team in the
off it a
country,
little
but
bit.
no.
Liverpool will clearly be the second best team in the country next season. What are they smoking? Like, I get it. Liverpool has done it before. They've been the better team, but who will be the biggest challenge for Man City next season? Surely it has to be Arsenal. You know what? I like this. Guys, we should embrace this. This is them writing us off before the season even started. No pressure. Once again, next season, we're going to come in and we're going to shock the world. That's what it's going to have to be, because this is the kind of rhetoric we're going to hear for the remainder of the summer.
I'm not sure about Canate.
The only potential real mess here is that I don't know what's going to happen, but there is talk of Gundogan and Bernardo leaving and Laporte. Yeah, so but it's a big rebuild. I know eventually it's going to hit us at some point. It's going to hit us at some point.
Do you hear that? Man City might have a big rebuild. That means Arsenal are going to have an opportunity to jump in there.
Massive.
City is so much built around midfielders, and when you look at the quality of the years that you've had, if you were losing a centre back or a right back or even a winger like with Jesus and Sterling, it's just the midfield.
But you won't lose them all.
I know we always think that they go again. If they win the treble, mentally to go again,
I think we'll do it, but I don't think it's a set in stone.
You know what? I'm changing it. Liverpool title.
Oh, mate.
Why is it Liverpool title? Why? There's no Arsenal. You know what? I gotta just embrace it. embrace it. I can't get triggered by it.
I'm not doing that again. I did that with you last year.
You've got much more to do than City.
I'm changing it. I think Liverpool.
Why are we all in agreement that Arsenal don't challenge at the very top?
I think this is the closest they'll ever come.
I just think they'll.
What? They said that about us in the top four. This is the closest we're gonna come. They say that every year. This is the closest we're gonna come. Every year, this is the closest we're gonna come. This is the closest we're gonna come. Keep writing us off. Keep writing us off. Every time. Keep writing us off. We're going to come back and show you. Keep writing us off. Fucking love it. Astaghfirullah. Sorry for swearing.
That could come back to bite me, but I don't care. This is the closest I think now.
I don't think third would be a terrible season for them, though.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can stay at the top of the table for 247 days and then not win it. And
what about that experience from doing that?
Doesn't matter.
Plus potentially Declan Rice coming into that midfield.
Potentially. I still think it's more than just Declan Rice.
Okay, you know what? She's right. We need more than just Declan Rice. We need to at least get 2 midfielders, potentially 3, 2 defenders, at least 5 signings coming in this window. But to people who are writing us off, you are making a massive mistake for writing off Arsenal Football Club. Maybe it's a little bit of banter, maybe it's a little bit of fear, but we currently have a team that has made massive strides year in, year out, improving categorically by points, but not only by points, by style of play and how we control games. In addition to that, we're adding more quality to our team with Declan Rice, potentially Caicedo and other players coming in. And with the experience that we brought in last season, coming into this season, and of course City also getting rid of some of their players that were part of these crucial wins, like Gundogan, like Bernardo Silva, like Laporte, some of these guys who might be leaving. If they can find a way to slip up, it opens up the opportunity for us and for Liverpool to jump up ahead of us again. They would need to go and spend massively in their midfield and bring in 3 quality midfielders that bang right away. Where Arsenal, we already have our 11. We already have our set team. We only need 2 pieces to come in and a bunch of squad depth. Where Manchester United, they need like 5 starters. Chelsea, they need like 7 starters. Liverpool, they need like 4 starters. If I'm not mistaken, with 3 star. I would say 3. You know what? Maybe Liverpool don't need 3 starters. Liverpool need 3 midfielders to add squad depth, and then a right back. So Liverpool need 4 players. Liverpool are 4 players away from being challenging again. But Arsenal, I would say just our starting 11 alone, plus a couple options, plus the fact that we were so good last season, does say we're going to be good again. I'm looking at the projection and trajectory that we're on with such a young team and a young squad. We're only going to get better. Everyone who's saying this was the best it was going to be, you said that when we got top 4. I mean, when we missed out on top 4. We weren't even supposed to get top 4 this season based on some of your opinions. So I'm not going to take anyone's opinions for nothing. I love the fact that you're writing us off. Continue to write us off forever. And we're going to show you guys next year when we win the goddamn Premier League. And every single one of you guys in the chat, get gas, because this is going to be the biggest summer transfer window in Arsenal Football Club's history. I'm out of here, people. You guys already know what it is. I got to go. I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side. Love for the love, people. Where is everyone? I hope everyone in the comment section is doing well. I'm going to see if I missed any comments that was going there. But big up to everyone. I see you guys in the chat. I see all the regulars. I see Speak Facts always hating. Speak Facts always hating in the chat. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm out of here. And you know what? As always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'll be back maybe Sunday, because there's probably not going to be news on Champions League Saturday. But enjoy yourselves. What do you guys think the prediction is for the Champions League? I'm going 3-1 City. I think City win. What are you guys saying for the Champions League? What's your predictions? Let me know in the comment section right now before we go. And also, hit that goddamn like button. We're not even past 100 likes. The stream's about to end. We haven't hit 100 likes. What's going on? What's going on? No, Capo TV, I'm not going to be doing a watch-along. I don't do watch-alongs anymore. I kind of find them boring to do watch-alongs. I enjoy watching the game sometimes. If I'm going to do a watch-along, maybe on TikTok. But like YouTube watch-alongs, I just find them to be redundant at this point. It's not a watch-along channel. This is more of like a news and like reaction channel rather than a watch-along channel. But yeah, people saying 2-1 Inter, 2-1 Inter. Hopefully Inter win, stop Man City from winning the Champions League. But either way, I don't really care. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'm out of here. And yeah, Fabrizio Romano, take it away.
Here we go.
Peace out, A-Town down.